Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Karen and today I'm gonna show you how to make these delicious Brazilian brigadeiros, and after we're gonna do a little sketchbook art. Starting with the chocolate version, you're gonna need 1 can of condensed milk, 200 grams of double cream, 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder. Then you're gonna mix them very well, and then you're gonna turn on the fire at medium-high until it boils. Once it starts to boil, you're gonna lower the fire and you're gonna add 50 grams of dark chocolate. Then you're gonna mix very well and make sure the fire is low so it doesn't burn. And the right point to turn off, it's when it's very thick and it falls from the spoon in blobs like I'm showing in the video. And then once you get to the right consistency, you're gonna put on the plate, wrap it with a plastic film to cool down. For the coconut brigadeiro is the same recipe, but instead of chocolate you're gonna add 50 grams of coconut when the mixture of condensed milk and cream starts to boil. And then you're gonna mix it very well in low fire because it can burn really easy. Then you're gonna cook and stir very well until it thickens up, and the right consistency is the same as brigadeiro, chocolate brigadeiro. When it falls from the spoon on big lumps and it is not stuck on the bottom of the pot anymore. Then you're gonna put on a plate, cover with film and let it cool down completely. I'm gonna put some in petit four cases and some I won't do anything because it's just gonna be for my family. You're gonna need a bit of butter on your hands so they don't stick. Use a teaspoon to grab the dough, and you're gonna just roll many little balls. My dough was in the fridge. It's a bit hard. I don't recommend that. The best is when the dough is at room temperature. You will see the coconut one, it's gonna look much easier to make because it was at room temperature. And then you just roll them until all the dough is used up. You're gonna have tons of chocolate balls. Then you're gonna clean your hands, dry them, and you're gonna shake the tray with the sprinkles. You can use any sprinkles you want. Just make sure they're all covered with them. And then you're gonna roll a bit more just to get rid of the excess, and then they're gonna look a bit nicer and round if you roll them a second time. Brigadeiros are the most traditional sweet in Brazil. I don't know anybody who's Brazilian who doesn't know brigadeiros, and every party, every event, we have chocolate brigadeiros. It's a must for us, and they just look so cute and they are delicious. When you bite them, I'm gonna show a little close-up of it, you can see the creaminess. I recommend you try it. You will not regret. The coconut brigadeiro, we actually in Brazil call it beijinho, which translated in English it means little kiss, and is also very traditional, just as brigadeiro. And it's very delicious and it's so creamy. And you can see here, because my dough is at room temperature, it's much easier to scoop with a teaspoon. I was making these for an event of my son's Portuguese lessons. There was a Brazilian Christmas party and I made some for them and some for my family as well, because they love these, especially beijinho is their favorite. And because I'm baking, confectionery, cake designing, it's all art, I thought, why not showing how to make them here in my channel. And after I decided to do some sketches inspired by the recipe. Oh, and by the way, this is the gourmet version of the traditional brigadeiro, and I'm gonna explain you a little bit more about it in a minute. So while you watch me sketch a couple of brigadeiros and baking utensils, I'm gonna tell you a little bit of the brigadeiro history. The history of brigadeiro began in about 1945 during the electoral campaign of Eduardo Gomes, a candidate for the presidency of Brazil. A group of women supporters who organized events to promote this brigadeiro's candidacy created a sweet made from condensed milk, butter, and chocolate. And they were first meant to help raise money for the campaign, but people really loved these sweets. They really loved it. So the campaign parties were a hit, and folks started inviting friends over to eat the famous Brigadeiro's little sweet. Eventually, the name just stuck, and everyone just shortened it to Brigadeiro. Funny enough, despite all their support and all those sweets, Eduardo Gomes still lost the election. And this little sweet quickly became a national symbol and has won over generations, and it's a must-have at any Brazilian birthday party. Over the years, the brigadeiro recipe evolved, gained variations and adaptations that range from traditional milk chocolate to more sophisticated flavors. For example, a gourmet brigadeiro made with fine chocolates, which is the recipe I made today. It's not a completely gourmet version because the sprinkles are not fine chocolate, but I did use dark chocolate, and that makes it, and cream and double cream, and that makes it more gourmet. The traditional recipe is just condensed milk, butter, and cocoa powder or chocolate powder, which is a little bit sweeter. I prefer the gourmet version because it's always success, because it's not as sweet as the original recipe. Today, brigadeiro is more than just a dessert. It's a cultural tradition. At birthday parties, weddings, corporate events, brigadeiro is always present and always make people happy. And that was the origin of brigadeiro. And I had to make these sweets for this event of my son's Portuguese lessons. I volunteered to make them, and I thought, why not sharing here and then make some art inspired by it. I draw very loose. I did have a few references, but most of the things I just try to, use as reference what I have in the kitchen. And I just colored with watercolor, very simple. Did a few shades, nothing complicated. It was more like a relaxing afternoon after a relaxing baking and rolling brigadeiros. And I just wanted to do something artful at the end. And of course, I didn't want to skip my sketch practice because I've been committed to sketch, if not every day, if not possible, most of the days. And let me know in the comments which one is your favorite, coconut brigadeiro or chocolate brigadeiro. And are you gonna try this recipe? And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.